Okay, y'all. Can you hear me? Can you let me know if you can? Can you hear me or you see me? Put a one in the chat, please. Can you hear me or see me? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much. Woo, I love you guys. I love you guys. Oh man, I can't believe I this is a fairly new tablet. And I figure if I use my tablet instead of my laptop, which is going crazy, I wouldn't have any problems. Somehow I'm blocked on my camera and the sound, the audio. And I'm like, I've used StreamYard on this tablet before. So thank you, Dolores, my IT expert. She's helped me out this evening. Said just go live on your phone, and we'll worry about that later. So thank you so much, you guys, for hanging in there. If you're watching the replay, sorry for the mix-up. Thank you for coming in, and you guys always show me that you love me a lot more than just a little bit, and I greatly appreciate it. Um, well, the topic this evening is about weeds. Okay, I see a lot of people doing videos about weeds in their garden. Some people say they don't mind. So I don't like weeds, and I got them up the wazoo. So right now I'm trying to go in the garden and clean them out and add cardboard and roll covers. You know, um, and what I didn't do is start saying hello. G Mama grows in the garden. I saw T Nog in there. Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, Serena. Hey, CC. Hey, Crooked Peach. Babbitt with Arthur Butler. No worries. We are here. Thank you so much, honey. I really appreciate you. Hey, GT. I was trying to watch you earlier before I came on my live, but I was too busy trying to mess with this technology. One of these days, I'm going to get me a spanking brand new computer and I don't want to hear a peep out of it. Senator Renee, thank you for stopping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And as I was speaking about weeds, okay, what do you do with your weeds? I know some weeds that I have that I know that's high in minerals and nutrients. I will throw them in my super juice. The ones that are invasive, I don't throw them in. I don't even throw those in my compost pile because you only got to get one little tiny root and they will suck all the juice and energy and nutrients out your compost pile and kind of take over your yard. So, what do you do with your weeds? Or how often do you weed? I mean, everybody done had a lot of rain lately, and this is the best time to pull up weeds, roots, and all because the ground is soft. Hmm. Hey, Sweet Thumb. Hey, Urban Gardening Chronicles. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. Duval, thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate it. Yay, Bam. So you're right. That's why they call us OGs. OGs, no worries. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Oh, that's what I love about this garden community. Y'all show nothing but love for you, baby. Yes, indeed. I appreciate that. I leave a few. The bad ones get burned. Some go to my swamp juice, weeding every day. Okay, now be careful about some of those weeds that you burn because some of them actually have oils in them that can irritate your eyes and also your sinuses. You know, like they said, some people need to remember what poison Ike and poison oak look like. You don't want to burn those. Yeah, super juice for the weeds. Okay. I use some of it too. Not all of them. Yeah, I was telling my play daughter in regards to starting super juice. She got chickens and she gives me eggs. And she brings me the chicken salad, you know, every now and then. I just got a batch of eggs and stuff. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? PIA. Hey, Gina, Gina. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. And that's another thing for all the folks. LGGG, thank you, baby, for coming in. I see for some of you guys who are pretty much weed free, y'all got that landscaping cloth down. I have some, but I don't know if it's the right caliber of it because I've had two other rows of it. One, it just like shredded Excuse me. Now, I didn't think it was that cheap, but evidently it was. And then the other one, I got weeds growing up through it. So I got some more of the compost. I mean the landscaper cloth from Timu, and I hope this helps because once I knock these weeds down, I'm trying to cover them. I give a lot of my weeds to my chickens. Yeah, if I had some chickens, I'd be throwing them in there too. Today I killed what was that? Japanese beetles. I saw them in my roses. I got a lot of stuff in there I would throw to chickens if I had the opportunity to have some, but we can't have them over here. Heavy duty ground cover. I understand, but where is the best one? Gina, I didn't see you in your extra garden. You have that landscaper cloth down. Where did you get it from? Because I see a lot of people with it, but I don't know exactly where to get some that's as reliable as the stuff I see people. I saw it in who is that? Yellow Door, Asia's Yard. She had them between the rows, but I never heard of the manufacturer who made it. After the rain, we got lots of weeds, but some are good, but a lot of them will choke your veggies. I don't like the ground cover. Okay. Now the main place I would put the ground covers on around my beds and underneath my pots, like underneath my fig trees and stuff like that. I think that's a mess that fabric can make. It's going to stick to the cardboard. Well, I got cardboard just to keep the weeds down until I could finally find get this landscaper cloth down. How's the quality of the Timu weed cover? I have read on it in Timu. Well, from what I read, it sounds pretty good, but I haven't put it down. Actually, I just got it the other day. So it's definitely the caliber of the fabric because weeds should be suppressed, not growing through the fabric. Well, I feel that way too. I thought that's one that I bought and was going to be pretty good. But I guess where I actually have some of it, the weeds weren't that bad to grow through it. But then I laid some more down and then I was like, wait, is there weeds coming up through there? And I'm like, yeah. Gina said, I got it at Home Depot and it's expensive for the good stuff. Yeah, like they said, you get what you pay for. I hear you. Well, I'm finna find out. I put cardboard down under the ground cover. Yeah, I just had a neighbor who just gave me a whole bunch of cardboard. Cost me $80 for a roll. Yeah, I kind of figured that too. Yeah, I was trying not to go there, but hey, I have nut grass. It's enough to drive anyone nuts. Uh, I don't have that, and I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. So I know a lot of people was complaining about what is this other grass? Oh shoot, can't think of the name of it, but it's very invasive. I know somebody think of it. Backyard garden. Hello. Hey babe. Thank you for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. Nut grass under control. And see, that's another thing. Everybody got different kind of weeds. Uh the international weed though is dandelion, and that has a lot of good and bad uses. If dirt gets on cloth, then weeds grow on top. Yeah, of the fabric, you have to sweep off any. Yeah, I had that problem with mulch. But when they grow on top of the mulch, though, the roots is close to the top, so it's easy to pull up the weeds, roots, and all. I buy ground cover out of season. Prices drop. Yeah, true that. True that. If you got the money at that time, they out of season. Yeah. So Crooked Peace, I like dandelion. I'm finally getting into dandelions. I used to think dandelions was the little flowers that you used to pop off as a child and make a bouquet with ants running all over them and giving them to your mom. But then as I got older, I heard my grandparents talk about making dandelion wine and eating dandelion greens. So as you get older and you pay attention, you'll learn about certain weeds that we consider notorious to being something medicinal and very helpful. Which weed is king of the jungle? Dandelions. Oh Lord, here we go. That is cute though. Yeah. Always top seed and easy to pull out. Yeah, when they blow on top. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, dandelions got a lot of vitamins and nutrients in them, so that's good in super juice as well. My barrel right now, we actually had a decent good rain yesterday. and it just filled up my rain barrel, which I really needed. Dandelion jelly and dandelion tea. Okay. I got dandelion in vodka. Hmm. Interesting. Ever heard that? Okay. Well, hey, you stick around this long enough, you'll hear and find out about a whole lot of stuff when it comes to your garden, won't you? It's so many people that are trying so many things in their gardens. Some of us grew up with certain recipes from what some people say our ancestors from long ago, how they passed it down from one generation to another. They not always wrote it down like, like they write down recipes in the cookbook. They just say, my grandmother used to tell me to come in the kitchen. She'd be like, child, now this here, she was country. And she's like, you only put a pinch of this in there. Okay. You don't put a whole lot. It be too strong when you get it like this here. And then you whip it up like this here. Then you sit this over here like that there. Somebody asked me, how do you make that? I'm just like my grandmother. You just take a little pinch of this here and take a little of that over there, and you whip that up there. And just how it come out when it's finished, okay? So yeah. But in my rain barrel where I make my super juice, and I would throw say never too old to learn. Ain't that right, Bam? And I throw everything in there. I mean everything. I have like banana peels, I have weeds, um, I have banana leaves off my banana plant. I've thrown sour milk in there because it's calcium, I've thrown like eggshells in there. I've thrown a little chicken poop in there. I've thrown 511 in there. When I say super juice, it could probably take the paint off a 57 Chevy. It's so tight. When you take the top off, don't be standing close. You better be standing back and leaning back because, oh, it'd be right. Uh, a lot of rain this summer, caught a lot of water, so I only water from the hose for about 2 days this far. No, we're just now getting rain. It's been dry like almost 2.5 months. Every time it rained, it didn't rain no more than 5 or 10 minutes, and it didn't rain hard enough and long enough for the ground to absorb it because it was still cracks. There's still cracks out there now um, because it's been so dry. I mean, it could rain and 10 minutes later you would never known the rain fell. And then it got humid as heck. It got so humid you thought you was in Florida. You could cut it with a knife. The humidity went to 100%. Yeah. So that's what we're out here doing. We're out here learning, teaching one another stuff. Let me tell you guys, you have improved my gardening skills to 1,000. I was brought up in a household where a lot of my members couldn't read or write. So even if I asked them about certain things, they couldn't tell me. They can only tell me how they experienced and how they were taught. And then I just took those skills and implemented them. And then as years went by, I kind of somewhat improved them. But I'm at the point now where you guys really just blow my mind. Hey, pretty girl, just gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, um, I've learned about different varieties I never heard before. Y'all got me growing fruit trees that I never thought I could grow in this country, especially the tropical ones. Oh yeah, G Mama, I was doing it too, but I got a bad back and a bad knee because I gotta have knee surgery. I couldn't drag that water over every day. My plants really had to suffer, and he said they had to thug it out for a minute, even with the mini rain because it was just too much for me to water. Cause see, all I have like 4 kiddie pools over there. All of them were bone dry. My rain barrels over there, they were dry. The only thing that was in the bottom of one particular one was nothing but was muck and leftover debris from being put in there. So my garden suffered a lot this year, but now that it's trying to catch up. It is. And this little rain, little by little, is helping. We got that drought last summer. I just let everything burn up. So I've been all about keeping and using any water I can. Yeah, yeah, I was just hating to put all that energy into getting everything planted and stuff, and then didn't have the water. Cause I live in a rental. And I couldn't just run my landlady's water bill sky high. I've been very respectful. I've been here over 25 years and I've never had problems with the water bill being excessive because I really depended on my rain barrels and buckets and stuff. And I have like 4 rain barrels and they're like 55 to 60 gallons a piece. So using those along with the kiddie pool, I was doing okay. But this summer kind of slapped me upside my head and said, you're gonna have to find a substitute. I thought that the Department of Agriculture was going to help me out, but then they said if you don't have a source of water nearby, they couldn't hook up an irrigation system. Hey, retired gardener journey. So there's no fire hydrants close by that they could run a hose from or tap into that water source over to my garden. So that sucked. That kind of pissed me off because they didn't, how they said that was that fine line at the bottom of the contract they don't tell you about. Hey, Nikki, how are you? What's up, boo? And I was like, okay. So I got all excited. Thought I was going to get some help from them. And then they turned around and stabbed me in the heart. So I was like, all right, moving right along. So it's going to be between me, what I can do, and sometimes I can catch my neighbors and they will grab a watering can and dip it in the super juice and walk it over, or I just had to wait until it rained. Simple as that. Then I was at my granddaughter's house helping out with the baby. So a couple of days I wasn't here and it was hot. And like I said, they had to thug it out. So hopefully next year I'll have a better setup. We have over 20 days, over 100 here in this. Oh, you made me hot just thinking about that. Oh, good Lord. Oh, you gonna make me take a drink of water. You made me feel like I was gonna dry and become a prune. Y'all, this thing has helped me drink more water. I've been doing real good. I bought a big thing of lemons, and then a friend gave me some cucumbers the other day. So between lemon water and cucumber water, I've been staying pretty hydrated. Tired to pee every 5 minutes, but I'm staying hydrated. Water run right through you, and it's good. Flush all the impurities out, keep you hydrated, get your skin looking better again. Yeah, I can tell when I'm dehydrated. That's right, G Mama. Let them know. Hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. I was gonna tell y'all to see if Nightbot is working, but I don't think it's working on my phone. It might have been just on my computer. It was set up. But try dropping MSOG and see if it's working. Hey Tamika, how are you? Thank you, sweetie, for stopping in this evening. I laid cardboard and fabric over it. Still have to keep on top of it. It's better than not know. But you know what I used to use and it was real good? I definitely had to stay close to bed. You ain't lying, Nikki. I used to take old carpet. I used to take up people's carpet off the curb and turn it face down with the bottom up and throw some dirt on top of that. And that was the best landscaping cloth I ever used. Hey, Laura's Garden and more. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. I see you dropping in. I don't see it popping up, so maybe it only works on my computer. Shannon, my little homestead. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it was set up on my computer. It's not set up on my phone. So I'm gonna have to set it up on my phone too. So when my computer decided want to act stupid. Oh, you did too, Nikki. You tried that. Yeah, I used old carpet before too. I still use it every now and then in certain areas that I'm trying to kill the weeds out so I can plant something in it. I wanted to try that method that growing out the box have, but putting the plastic down and do that what they call it solarization. Couldn't get it out. Yeah, to burn out all the weeds in one area. I spent all morning pulling weed. Yeah, you can spend a whole day. I try to get out there early in the morning while it's still cooler. Then when it started warming up, that means I start warming up. Then it's time for me to go. I even ventured out and got me one of these to put around my neck to keep me cool. while I'm working out in the garden. It's pretty nice though. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, that pulling the weeds though. Yeah, that carpet do last forever. I think it's probably still at the old house. They ain't pulled it up now. There's no weeds over there. I used porch carpet in one of my grow bed. Okay, yeah. The indoor outdoor. Yeah, solarization didn't work on my weeds. Yeah, some of them weeds are notorious. No one answered me here. We all related. Scientists have proven that we all have the DNA of one female ancestor, and it's in Acts 17:20. One, if you want to read it. Okay. I'm currently solarizing a small section of the garden now. Okay. All right. Let us know how they work. You ought to do a video. Those fans are, yeah, they are, Nikki. Because sometimes when I'm hot, I don't know if I'm having a hot flash or whether it's the sun. I always wear a hat, but I still have hot flashes. So sometimes I don't know which one it is. Just ordered me a neck fan. That's where I got that one from. Yes, indeedy. So yeah, some of those weeds can be tough. I right now I'm pulling the vine that I don't know where it came from, but it's running up the tree that's on the side of my garden. And I mean, it's running all the way up in the tree, and I'm pulling it off because they will suck the life out of your tree. And I don't want to end up with a dead tree. I kind of like the shade. It's gotten super big. That's something else I wanted to tell y'all. I had a tree in the backyard that was small. Like I said, I've been here a long time. That tree was the same size for maybe the first 2 or 3 years I was here. Once I started gardening, that tree roots started searching out the nutrients that I was adding to the beds, and I had roots coming up into the garden. Got to keep a garden schedule, respect the mosquito. Yeah, that too. Hey, Cassandra. And hey, I thank you, Bama, for coming in. If you got to go back in the bushes, that's what it is. Those vines are like thugs. Yeah, and I don't want to suck all the life out my tree. Should work. Is the command still MSOG? Yeah, it ain't changed. At the barn, Bloody Mary. Oh wow. Hey, the glamour planner. I'm seeing a ton of plants I've never seen here before growing this year. Yeah, they do. I had to cut my large maple down last year that was infested with an ivy vine. Yeah, they will suck all the nutrients and juice out of your trees. The plant will still be green and your tree will be dead as a doorknob. Patty's Kitchen and Garden and More. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. So now I'm pulling this vine off the tree because I want this tree to last a while. But this tree has gotten super big because of the nutrients and stuff that its roots sending up underneath and out the water tap line from the nearby garden. Grand evening to all from rainy South Texas. Oh, it jumped. Hey, Regenerative Life Wayne. Positive vibes, shredding cardboard for the worms, farms, frying chicken for dinner. Oh man, you doing double duty there. Don't hurt the harvest. Thank you, sweetie. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is Tampa over there? Don't hurt the harvest. Is she either on the road or at your house? Ah, just got back from Vegas with a nasty cold. Did did see Biden arrive to a hotel. Okay, I'm not even gonna mess with that. I hope you feel better. Get rid of the nasty cold. That second half, that's something else. Don't no comment, as a politician say. Yeah. uh, CC Texas, how you feeling, Precious? Was it CC that wasn't feeling good earlier, or was it don't hurt the harvest? Oh, now I got it. Cece wasn't feeling good, and Don't Hurt the Harvest is asking her, is she feeling any better? I hope so. What Serena say? What do Alaskan wildlife listen to? Music. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, Cece, I hope you're feeling better. And if My Renaissance grandma, if you listening tonight in the bushes, I hope you feeling better too, because I know you have been under the weather as well. Yeah, summertime doesn't always mean you're well. Them summer colds ain't no joke. That's the miserable part. It's hot, you can't breathe, you congested. Oh man, running a temperature, trying to stay comfortable, that sucks in a big way. PIA said, if I missed anybody, hello, 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 hello. She said, the sun has gone down, so I'm watering my garden right now. But I'm listening. I understand. You should have seen me. I had to run out. I had to get a new spritz bottle. You know, spritz bottles, boy. I don't care how expensive they are. They can just break down. I went out and sprayed my garden last night. Let me tell y'all. After listening to who's that Stacy and them last night, wind down Wednesday, I ran out to the garden to spray. The spritz bottle didn't work that well, and as I got ready to walk to the edge of the house, there was two skunks that I saw. And one I seen already under the hedge. The other one headed for the hedge when they saw me. So they on the other side of the yard, and I'm on this side of the yard. So I said, we cool. They ain't spraying that far. So I run back there trying to spritz stuff. Then the sprayer don't work. So I take the top off, and I'm literally acting like I'm baptized, and I'm throwing the little stuff here and there, give them some kind of fight because once it rained, it washed all of it, the old stuff off. Just as I got ready to turn around, what's at my feet? A baby skunk. I jumped, it jumped. I said, oh snap. I run down the aisle. I take some of the pepper stuff and I threw it at the baby and I kept running. And I was like, no more after dark going out there to spray my garden. I got to spray my garden before it gets dark because I didn't see it. It had just a little white spot on it. So I was like, I can't do this no more because next time I might not be so fortunate. But the stuff that didn't get totally covered with the spray, they ate some of it. Like Seymour, Mona got some of the leaves. Didn't eat Seymour, the plant itself, because I actually got some squash on it, but it ripped up the leaves. Didn't touch the side of the leaves that some of the hot stuff got on, but the other sides they ate it up. And they got me again on my tree collars. They didn't leave a one. They ate every last one. I have four of them. So this time I reseeded. I planted some more today. I'm not giving up. This time I put one of those steel cage trash can, turned it upside down. Oh shoot! I meant to go over there and put some pins in and put it down because they had the seeds hadn't come up yet. So I'll get some garden hooks and put it in there so it'll ground that down. Don't be laughing, GT. Yeah, but the skunks was out there. I was like, oh, I can't do this. Gardening is great. Good evening. Good evening. Saying hello to everyone in the chat. Yeah, so I don't even know where these skunks come from. I really don't. And any grubs that I've been finding in my garden, I've been smashing them. I'm not just throwing them out or throwing them in soapy water. I'm smashing them. So they're not spraying. That's the killing part. They're out there, but I haven't smelled it spraying. So evidently, no one has scared them yet. But they out there and they're babies. So I don't know if they don't have the sac develop enough to spray, but it's too many of them. Why cold last 7 days? Ooh, no sore throat or fever, much better. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Let me tell you, this weather's crazy. You know what? It was 65 degrees this morning. It was cold to me because I grabbed my jacket before I walked out to the garden. It's only 71 degrees now. It's been a cool ever since it rained. When it rained yesterday, the temperature dropped pretty. It was like 60 degrees last night. Felt good up under the blanket, but still, this is July. Everybody saying hello. What's your weather like today? It's dry. It didn't rain today. It was sunny, but it was cool. It's like the rain knocked the temperature down about 15, 20 degrees. Because the other day was like 88, 65. Yeah. Yeah, I was. Crooked Peach. Have you ever seen when I don't know if it's monks or priests where they be sitting there throwing water or flinging something like that at them. Yeah, I was baptized in my plants because when I saw them skunks and then the spray didn't work, I was just trying to get stuff out there and get on back in the house. But yeah, yeah, but me versus a skunk. Yeah, yeah. Miss Shirley was running last night. You believe that? Ooh, I forgot all about my knee hurting. Yeah, I was too busy trying to get up out of there. Barb Brownlee say, "Hey, Miss Shirley and everyone. Weeds, poison ivy spray with a 30% vinegar solution early this morning. Fried salmon patties, fried green tomatoes, and made fresh corn tomato salad for dinner. Oh, snap. Ah, now you talking. Oh, man, I ain't had salmon patties in a while. I had a young lady who used to live downstairs on the first floor for about 3 years. She was sweet as gold. She loved to cook, and the girl could cook. Oh my goodness, that girl could cook. And she made the best salmon patties. And she made mashed potatoes and sweet peas with onions cut up in it just the way I like it, the way my mama used to make when we was growing up. Whoo, how I miss that child. Yep, whatever in my garden, she could take it and cook it. Mm. Miss her so much. Nope, I'm not going in my garden at night. I'm not now. Before it didn't bother me. I had my flashlight. I got that kind of flashlight when you turn it on, it's like a floodlight. You can see from here and 4 blocks away. But after them skunks, I never had skunks over there. Never. In all the years I've been gardening in that lot, I never had problems with skunks. This is the first time. That tripped me out. I was like, where did they come from? I wanted to see where they went afterwards. Were they staying up under somebody's porch or somebody's house or across the street or what? But after that, me and that baby ran up on each other. I was like, no, I'm good. He can go anywhere he want. I'm out. Hey, there go my other child. Hey, a Renaissance dad. Thank you, my babe. Believe me, that was well needed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got some info about that. Happy Thursday, confirmed. The money app, mom. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. I bought fried green tomatoes. I just had those 2 days ago. Yummy. I can't wait for mine. If I can get some before the critters do. Kenneth, what's up, baby? How are you? How you feeling? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Yep. Something has started eating my collards. What do I do to put on the greens? Oh, that's a loaded question. Um, well, I don't know what to tell you as far as that go. Um, I would say, if you can hit it with some water to knock off whatever's on there, take any leaves that are really infested, check underneath to make sure there's no eggs on them. And if you got some, what they call it, God, hmm, tulle fabric where you can put it over there to keep them white butterflies out because it's just the larvae, their eggs, and then when they hatch, they turn into larvae and they start eating your leaves. So if you can clean them up and then put some tulle over it so that they can't get through that netting. Well, that netting is open; they can get through. But if you get the tulle over it, that'll help keep them out. But make sure they're out and there's no eggs that they will continue eating your greens. I don't want to tell you to put anything on them because even though if you can wash them off, ah, I don't know. I try not to use any insecticides or pesticides on any of my veggies if possible because I like to eat out of my garden, and then too when my friends and relatives come by, they like to eat out of the garden too without all of that. So I don't know what else to tell you at this point. If someone else want to give us some advice on what to put on her greens, go right ahead. It's warm here. It's just 78 right now. You're warmer than where I'm at, Gina, but you further south than me. Cece says 76 here and raining. Ooh, in Texas. Girl, it's always raining where you at. You sure Noah don't have an ark in his backyard near you? Garden is great. Did you water? proofread. Look at the name you put for Crooked Peach. Uh-oh. We've had rain showers here today, getting rain every day. No, we didn't get any rain today, but that temperature sure dropped. I knew it was me. Yeah. Said Crooked Peach didn't take any offense to it. So, all right. Everybody saying hello. Ooh, backyard garden flow said it's 100 in Florida. Woo! Oh, mm. Love a salmon cake. Yeah, them good. Them good. And we used to put, mom used to make them for breakfast, and we would pour maple syrup over them. What that good old was that K-Roll syrup, and she would make rice. We would have that for breakfast, and it'll stick with you, and you be good all day. I said, "Thank you for looking out, Serena." No, we don't have any craziness up in here. You know that when you get to typing too fast or hit that letter the wrong side of your finger, it's gonna punch out something. Like every time somebody try to type out girl GIRL, they always hit the U. It's like GURL, but we know what we mean. Yeah, yeah. Autocorrect can change it too. I be trying to spell certain names and it'll change it to something else, and I had to keep going back and changing it over. Yeah, sometimes autocorrect just ticks me off. Francesca, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you, darling. Girl, this whole thing, please. Ooh, but I take it anyway. Oh, no, not Nikki. Oh, I'm saying hello to you, beautiful people. I do garden at night, super early morning, but I do get nervous. Like I get up like between 6:30. I don't mind being out in the yard. I'm not making any noise. I'm pulling weeds, or I'm staking tomatoes, or I'm deadheading some flowers, and it's quiet, real quiet. Nobody's going to work. It's still quiet. Kids out of school for the summer, they like to sleep late. So I'm out early in the morning. Then I sit on the front porch, and Fred and Ethel, they've been zooming over my head all morning. Oh my goodness, they thought it was funny. Crooked Piece said I use soapy water on my collars. There you go. There go a nice suggestion. Oh, now we know you on the GT. You always listening to chat to people's recipes and say, "Oh, I'm gonna try that." Yeah. Check the front and back of the leaves for worms and remove them. Right. Get them off. Clean them up. That's why I say I also check for eggs too. Sometimes I just pinch off the whole leaf. Yeah. Everybody saying hello. Cece, did you see my question? You didn't answer. Oh, okay. And he said, reading somebody else's mail. Yes, I didn't want to use pesticide. And that's why I didn't suggest any. No need to let me buy. I know that's right. CC on the days you sitting there watching your video, and I hear you squashing, walking through the garden, and I can see the water, and then I can see how the rain to wash all the mulch you had in your aisles out underneath the gate. And then when you open it up and the water pushes the rest of it out the gate, I'd be like, oh my goodness. And I'd be like, is her garden drowning? And then I was like, she must have something underneath there. And that's when you talk about the pallets and stuff. But after a while, those gonna rot out with all that water you get there. Patty says 86 where she's at. I love king serve. I don't think I ever had any king serve. Is that a thing? Oh, where you live at, Nikki? Nikki, you in Connecticut, right? Because I ain't never heard of it much longer. Tasted it. Kruger Piece 77. Hey, Mike, where you been? Out there chasing squirrels? Mike and all his squirrel buddies. First, he was inside with his little gnomes all over his hydroponics. Now he outside with the squirrels. Yeah. Hey, Joshua. 78, where you at? Been raining for days, though, heavy. Seem like it's been skipping Ohio, or at least Cleveland anyway. I can hear thunder and lightning in the background, and it'll be raining across town. Rain never get here. It'll get dark, like it's gonna do something. You hear the thunder and the lightning, and then the sun come out, and it just kept on going. I was like, "What was all that about?" Thank you, Josh. That's my garden hat. I got a million of them. I got a shower. I fed garden super juice. I feel it's in me. Did you absorb it in your skin, Mike? Oh, well, maybe you're going to grow another foot or two behind the super juice. Oh, here goes Serena. What do Alaskan wildlife read to get their news? Whose paper? Oh my goodness. Ah, I thought dad jokes was bad. Oh my goodness. Three, you silly. What do soil scientists read to get their news? The compost. Oh my goodness. Let me keep moving. All right, move right along. Sweet Thumb says, I use insecticide or soap, done with the rain. So it'll be out there with some in a little bit. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, Sweet Thumb. I forgot I have that. I have the lavender and the other soaps that I mix together that I use for aphids, whatever. Yeah, you make a concoction out of that to use on your greens. It's all organic. Hmm. Yeah, he might have to soak in a little vinegar. Go scrub up, my CC said. Yep. Oh, I just removed tons of eggs off my squash plant. Yeah. Now I'm on the second floor. I was looking at my eggplant, and I flipped over the leaf, and there was a big old cluster of little white eggs. I was like, really? I'm all the way upstairs. Okay. Why? Why am I getting pests up here? I spelled it right the first time. Y'all silly. Maryland. Okay. I know you was up on the East Coast somewhere. It's sweet and thick syrup. So is Cairo syrup. We used to use that all the time. Mrs. Butterworth's with butter back in that day. That was good, 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 good. And yeah, with some ancient mama pancakes. I got rain here, Lorraine today. Okay. You got rain? We didn't get any rain here at all. It was just cool. We had a lot of wind today. It was windy. Let me tell you, I had to learn to stand downwind because I got that pepper spray. Wasn't thinking, put the spray sub and it blew back in my face. And I know how well it's working because it, it had me choking. It opened up my sinuses. It had me, it went down my throat. So I know if this did me like that, whatever tried to sneak up on that, they had to cut it loose. I was like, stupid, stand downwind. Squirrels looked at me like skunk. I probably do. Oh, like skunk. Okay, I probably do. I put super juice of 511 and kelp in my garden. Now, kelp is something I haven't used. I remember it from long ago, but very seldom did I hear people talk about it. Now, when I heard people that did talk about it, they had a plentiful supply that they could actually get right off the beach for free. But I hear is quite high in minerals and nutrients, trace elements and nutrients. So yeah, I like Kings before they changed the ingredients. I liked everything before they changed the ingredients. Don't nothing taste the same. Nothing tastes the same nowadays. I think the only thing that pretty much stays the same was maybe grits, farina, rice, and something else. Everything else tastes different. He was like, "No, I'm not taking food from you." Did you have a little Oda, Mike? Just forget it's not this. Y'all still talking about the same thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let it go. Ah, you like that? Oh my goodness. I get to go see it tomorrow. My granddaughter's coming to get me. This weekend, I don't celebrate birthdays, but I'm helping her. with the house, and she's giving her a fairy. That's what she said, a fairy birthday. It's gonna be real fancy. I said, she's only gonna be a year old. She's not gonna remember any of this. I said, this is more or less for the adults. So I was like, cake for the kids and wine for the adults. That's all you need. What's all this other stuff? But she said, I do. And I was like, yo, baby, knock yourself out. So she even hasn't started walking yet. Well, I haven't been there, so I haven't talked to her. So I'll see tomorrow. But she can swim. When she can put her face in the water, hold her breath, and she got a strong kick. I got some nice videos of her. I'm not allowed to post the videos. That's her mama's say so. But I do sneak a few pictures in here and there, so y'all see him every now and then. Shh, don't tell her I said it. All right. Okay. Yes, they told her she had to get a wetsuit because the first day she went, she had a two-piece swimsuit, and they told her, and she had a swim diaper on. They said she couldn't do that, so she talked to the instructor, and the instructor told her that's when she got a wetsuit. I didn't know they made wetsuits that small. I'm looking for the little, swim feet in a minute. So, yeah. Wellness for Frugal Mama. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, lavender soap. Yeah, they don't like the smell. What they call it's another one, tea tree oil soap. They don't like that either. I forgot all about that till he said the soaps. I got all those soaps, and they do work. Mike said, "Okay, back up 5. That's all right. We ain't going anywhere. Y'all waited for me, and I appreciate that. I have Asperger's syndrome, a high functional form of autism, and I are up new riddles almost daily. Okay, I know a few people with Asperger. Yeah, I used to work at a hospital, so believe me, I've met patients and parents. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, sweetie. You human just like the rest of us. Not a problem with me at all. I'm not partial. I'm not. I love people from I had a brother who had Down syndrome. So believe me, I learned patience a long time ago. Yep. I love people. I don't care who they are, where they are, or what they are. If they can be respectful and get along with me, I can get along with them. I don't have a problem with it. I cannot even enjoy my garden after 4:30. Mosquitoes come out. I don't have too many problems with mosquitoes. We got too many birds around here. We got bats. We got bats up the wazoo around here. Around about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, they start coming out of people's chimneys and stuff. I don't have problems with mosquitoes. I have problems with everything else. What part of Texas are you in? I'm in central Oklahoma. Oh, okay. I have a hard time with the deer flies and mosquitoes. I think they love my blood. Oh, you're O positive or something. I want to drink your blood. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Oh, are you anywhere close to Texas Garden? He comes on at 7 tonight. Okay. Mm. See, that's what I like about it. We all here talking to one another, enjoying one another. Don't care. Yeah, mosquitoes ain't no joke. Yeah, they are. Now it takes who's that? Lady Led to tell you about the mosquitoes eating her. Led talks about him. He cracking up and say, "Yeah." He said, "My baby's so sweet." I was, she ain't too thrilled about it, but he loves it. I was, Lady Led can't handle him. Damn, and them and the frogs. It cracks me up. Okay. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't take anything from you or out of you to be kind to somebody. It doesn't make you any dumber. It doesn't make you any smarter. It doesn't make you anything but a human being. Uh, what's wrong with wanting to be treated like anybody else with respect and kindness and compassion? Doesn't cost you a thing. You know, doesn't make a difference what walk of life you come from, your nationality, your social creed, your religion, or whatever. When you first see somebody, they're just another person just like you. And you just treat them the way you want to be treated. And if they don't like you move on. It's just like watching TV. You don't like that program, change the channel. Hey, yep. There's not a single person on God's green earth can say they perfect. Not a one. I just tested one of those chili pen peppers. It's instant heat. Did it light your butt up? Did you have a glass of milk close by? My cucumber vine doesn't seem to want to grow for some reason, even though I have given it compost tea about a week ago. I planted the seeds at the end of May. It's only 2 + 4 inches tall. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know if it's you should. Is it a dwarf variety or a bush variety? Maybe that's why it only got that tall. Mm, yep. Change the channel. Yeah, and is it planted in an area that gets sun? If it's in full shade, that might hinder it too. Yeah. So yeah, and when we like all of you guys in this chat, you guys aren't all the same. We're from all parts of the country. Some of us are in United States, some of us are outside, the states. Some of us are retired, some of us got health issues, some of us got mental issues, some of us got all kinds of issues. But that's not we're here about. If you want to discuss them, hey, that's on you because that's your personal business. But we seem to help one another when we find out that we're not the only one that having certain problems, or somebody can help you out, whether it's in gardening or anything else. That if you care to share. Duval says the city mosquito spray truck sprayed the neighborhood 4 days ago. It didn't kill nothing. No, it might have killed your lungs and everything else up in there. That stuff ain't no joke. Yep, gardening is great. We are human beings, no hate. Yeah. It's a Tokyo green cucumber vine. Seeds are from Baker Creek. Cucumbers are supposed to get up to 9 inches long. Well, that might have been mislabeled because it sounds like they lied. Yeah, did you plant it in some fluffy loose soil and give it a chance to spread its roots? Because if it has a hard time breaking up the soil to survive, that will hinder it as well. It's planted behind my greenhouse in a raised bed where it gets sun half the day, shade half the day. Hmm. Maybe you need to have your soil tested. Might be slacking or lacking something. I was just tossing out mosquito baits when I saw the pepper. But if you have standing water, look into those bites to help with them. Oh, I have those too. But let me tell you something I learned a long time ago. In my rain barrels, before I started, well, I didn't have super juice in all of them, but I would go to the pet store and get feeders, little mini fish that people will feed to their rats and turtles and stuff, and I throw them in the barrel. And that became the feeder fish ate the larvae and they poop super juice. And in the wintertime when it freeze, I don't bring them in the house. I used to bring them in and put them in the aquarium, but now I just let them stay in there and die. And I have 511. So just a heads up, y'all. And that's to me, it's safer than buying the mosquito bites. You just throw your fish in there. Oh, pretty girl said, Duval, when I was a kid, I thought the mosquito truck sprayed out mosquitoes. Didn't kill nothing. So they just put them in the neighborhood. Okay, that's crazy. Kiddo says, I am from Rhode Island. All right, East Coast. It's in a mix of compost, peat moss, and vermiculite. One third of each. Okay, but that still doesn't mean that just because you add that, if it's still lacking phosphorus, potassium, or nitrogen, you still might have an issue. And cucumbers do like sun all day. Yep. Nikki said cucumbers need all the sun they can get. So that half a day might not be enough as far as sun. They sprayed our neighborhood for mosquitoes as well. I've never been in an area that had mosquitoes that bad that they needed to spray. Sweet Thumb said, wow, okay. I have been thinking about tossing some little fish from my pond in the, okay. Thought I would need a bubbler. Why? Mm-mm. They got bubblers in the aquarium at the pet store. It don't seem to bother them at all when I throw them in that water tank in the rain barrel. They seem to do just fine. And if they die, all they're gonna do is turn into more 511. Mm-mm. If you can't find feed, just get a couple goldfish. I guarantee you, you'll never have problems with mosquito larvae or mosquitoes in a rain barrel if you put some fish in there. Yes, that's fantastic. Feeder fish are cheap. Yeah, you can get a whole bag for them for a buck and a half or two. Yep, yep. And the water from them becomes great fertilizer. That's what I'm saying. When they poop out, they pooping out 511. That's all it is. And when they die, it really turns into a strong 511. Oh, thank you so much, Garden. It's great. I appreciate you stopping in. Please come back next week. It'll be better. I promise. Have a good evening, dear. Take care. Everything is flying around in the south. Yeah. But see, up here where it's colder, it kills off a lot of the insects that y'all have problems with. Where it's warm down there, they can just keep hatching. Where up here, no, we knock them down with the ice and cold. Francesca said, I put some extra shiners in my rainwater barrel, and that helps with mosquitoes in my rainwater. What is extra shiners? What is shiners, period? I'm not with that. Can you explain? We're supposed to have 102, 101 to 102 days, and 103, 102 for 2 days, 102 for 2 days, and 103 for 1 day this week before the temperature drops to 98 for the high next Sunday. This is next week. No, we hitting 60s and 70s here. That's why all my warm weather crops is acting crazy because they don't know whether to go dormant or speed up. With all this fresh rain in here, I'm tossing some fish in. Yeah, go ahead. The other shiners are used as bait for when we go fishing. So shiners are fish? Because like I said, I've never heard of or shiners or what other name you might use for those. Hey, soil sister, what's up? How are you? Nice to see you. There are minnows. Thank you. Ah, okay. Now I get it. Because I know minnows had that little streaks on them look like they're reflecting. Okay, y'all call them shiners. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Okie dokie. Thank you very much. Everybody got different words. It got same meaning, just different words in different states. So thank you. I've never heard them called shiners. Minnows was minnows. Yeah. Hey, Jamaica, how are you? How are you, darling? I was just talking about you. Hope your ears wasn't burning. I was watching you pull them sweet potato. Oh, thank you for popping up. It's a question for y'all about that. My my sweet potato vines are going bananas as well. I've never seen them grow the way they've been doing. I've been throwing super juice down in there and bone meal and blood meal, and the vines are going bananas. If I trim those vines back, do they affect the production of my sweet potatoes, or does that put the energy back into my sweet potatoes? Because when I saw Jamaica, they're trying to pull up all them vines that was everywhere, and she was peeling them off to cook them. So put your answer in the chat, please, because I want to know. Can I trim back my vines off my sweet potatoes? Because I never had to do it before. Because where they were at, they had the room to run. Where I planted these, they don't have that room. Shiners are a bait fish used for fishing. Okay, minnows. Yeah. Well, we used to use crayfish, and my dad showed my stepfather. He showed me how to get behind the pinchers because he used to take us fishing as kids, and get behind the pinchers and put it on your hook. I used to use pickles. My pickles did just as much. Better to me than the crayfish. Now I had to fight for the pinchers. Yeah. Everybody saying hello. Anyone impacted by smoke from the fires in California and Canada? Not yet. We did last year. You could smell it. It had a metallic smell to it. We're blessed but busy. Thanks for asking. Hope all is well with all. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Sorry for Minnesota. That's what we call that. Okay. I'm saying everybody got their own names of saying stuff, and abbreviations or whatever. Some call them shots. Okay. Hey. The potatoes should get bigger. The vines are taking energy. Okay. You ain't said nothing but a word, girl. I'll be trimming those back tomorrow and giving them a good washing because I've been spraying that hot pepper spray on them. I'll saute them. I'll throw a little. I got some fresh garlic I pulled up out of my garden. I'll saute them some fresh garlic, some olive oil. Throw a little what they call it? What I got in there? The sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, and some fresh cracked pepper, please. Don't think I won't. Why do gardeners make good reporters? They know how to get the dirt on the subject. I got one for you, Serena. Uh, oh shoot, I had it, then I lost it. Oh, why do you talk to gardeners? Because they dig up the best dirt. Oh, okay. Y'all affected by some of them wildfires. All right. Wow. Anyone impacted by the fires or smoke in California and Canada? Last year, I went out on the porch and I actually seen a cloud of smoke come down between the two houses down the driveway, and it had a metallic smell to it. And I was like, "What is that?" And then when I came in, I started getting on a flash bulletin on my phone, and it was the smoke coming down from Canada. I was like, "Whoa!" It changed direct. The wind changed directions. Yeah, I just not made up that last joke. Oh, still cute. Glad you asked that, Miss Shirley. I will be cutting sweet potato vines back too. Ah, see, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Some kind of way, every subject, I don't care how complex or how simple it is, it's somebody else that's thinking the same way and wondering, and or yeah, wondering, will somebody bring the subject up so that they can get an answer to their question? Bingo. I say boom. Yep. I mean, you say you having the same problem. You got sweet potato vines that looks like Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. It's everywhere. It's just taking over. What PIA I'm back in the chat. I just sprayed onion water and baking soda water on my collards and peppers. they have been eaten so bad. Okay. Throw a little cayenne pepper in there. They might not like Cajun. They might not like it hot. I'm glad adding super juice is every 10 days. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I even throw it in a little 511 in my super juice. So my plants, they were like my miwok kumquat. I had like two branches that were blooming. And I threw some 511 in some of my super juice. Man, you ought to see my miwok kumquat. Just about every branch on there got blossoms. Just blossoms from the top to the bottom. I just hope I actually get some fruit, not just flowers. Everybody's saying, "Hey, Riri, good evening. Thank you." Chat watching from the bush. That's all right, babe. I appreciate you coming in. As you hit that like button and show me that you like it just a little bit, it's greatly appreciated. What does MISSI sip? She sips. Wait a minute. Minnesota. If under 21, if 21 or over, she sips the over. Oh Lord. All right, Serene, you went to a whole different level. Hey, Sylvia. How are you, darling? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I just love saying your name, Sylvia. Yes, indeedy. PIA. Ro. What's up? I hadn't seen you, Ro. You been okay? Yeah, I'm glad to see you tonight. Glad to see you. Everybody saying hello to one another. So who has problem with poison ivy and poison oak? Because I know some of you yards I've seen, y'all got woods in the back of your yard, you know, parks and stuff, forests back there. Do you have problems with poison oak and poison ivy popping up in your yard? And have you learned to recognize it? And if you found it, did you touch it with bare hands before you realized what it was? Because the only thing I remember of people when they said about poison ivy was beware of three, need to leave alone. Francesca, the edge of my woods is loaded with it. Okay. Leaves are three, let them be. That's what I couldn't think of what it was. It just hit me. Which Rose said, yes, I've been good. I wasn't gonna punish you. Leaves are three, let them be. Yeah. Nikki, where you got poison ivy at? Your yard be so neat. It doesn't even creep up in your yard or it's just close by. Fence line. I have to warn my children to be careful. Yeah. I get a billion oak tree babies in my yard. Yeah. I get oak trees all the time. We got acorn trees around here. Please for smoke some more. Mike. Okay. All right. See, I expect that from Michael Farmer, Snoop Dogg. Here you come. I've broken out so many times I might be immune to it now, so you don't even itch, huh? Well, is that legal there? Okay. It grows up a pine tree on the other side of the house. Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm pulling leaves off of this one. I don't know what it is. I didn't break out, but hey. So I put a large piece of salmon with skin in a container with water. How long do I let it marinate? What do I do with it? Drain it and use the liquid or put it in my compost container? If you put that in your compost container, if it's closed, it's okay. But if it's not, you're going to attract every stray cat and crazy animal within a 5-mile radius. It doesn't creep in. You're bad because I'm always mowing on the edge. Ooh, yeah. Them oils ain't no joke. Why was the garden high? Because of all the weed. Well, that fits right in with the topic tonight. But we're not talking about that kind of weed. I don't think anybody's pulling that up out of their yard unless they already planted it for harvest. Yeah, by my hot water heater in my back door. I just cut it down a few weeks ago. Ooh, that got to be rough. Thank you, Bayou, for seeing you in here because that reminds me of something I want to discuss with you guys tonight. Blend it with water before putting fish in super juice. Okay. Oh, yeah, lid is a must without a doubt. Due to the kindness and generosity of our dear Bayou Sugar, she helped me out to the point yesterday. I found out two marvelous things. First of all, I'm partially monetized and I did not know it. My phone had the red earn sign and it turned to black. That's the first thing we learned. The second thing is I applied to get monetized and I will know for sure within the next 30 days. We found out what the problem was why I couldn't get in there. And without sugar, I don't think I would have gotten it done because I've had others help me and none of us could figure it out. None of us. And just on a humble, I asked her, should we try a different device? And we did. And everything I had been missing from previous people trying to help popped up. And in less than 5 minutes, I got my AdSense set up. It's in progress. And I'll know in 30 days if I monetized enough. They checked. I didn't have any strikes. I had the hours. I had the subs. Could figure out. And it meant I had to try a whole different device. That's all it took. So hopefully, y'all, within the next 30 days, y'all see that little cash sign down in the corner. Because she said they don't always send you an email. It might just pop up. So, whoo, yeah, been a long time coming, but hopefully I'll get there. Yes, yes, yes. And for all the people who are in the chat who know who I'm talking about, who have helped me and worked with me and tried to help me get to where I needed to be, thank you. It didn't go unnoticed. I thank you so much. You can blend the fish and put it unstrained. It will break down. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, not congratulations yet, huh? I got to wait for them 30 days, but that partial, I'm partial where I can get super chats. I can start up a like a coffee club or whatever. Did not know that. I never got an email or anything. It just changed colors. I was like, okay. So for anybody who is near the point where they may be able to get monetized, make sure you have two separate electronic equipment, not just your phone and your laptop, and maybe a excuse me, a tablet along with your phone. I have poison ivy. It took over my herb garden and along my wooden fence, which I have been covering it with cardboard to smother it. Spray along the fence today with the vinegar solution. Okay. You can add a little bleach with that vinegar. If you're not worried about it leaching into your flower beds or garden beds, that'll help boost it. Thank you, Frugal Mama, but I haven't got there yet. I'm just hoping that we did everything right. We'll find out. It says it's in progress. So we're going to see. I use pre-made fish emulsion myself. I'm lazy. Hey, Mike, whatever works. You're doing this for your plants. That's what the plant's looking for. They don't care how you get it. They don't care if it's granular. They don't care if it's liquid. They don't care if it's a spray. They don't care what it is. As long as you can throw it their way, they help them go. Yeah, it does. I put it like this. It will kill the new growth. If you, when you're trying to destroy weeds, the part that breaks off is the part that you smother because it's fresh, and whatever you put on top, it will absorb and send back down to the roots. So don't be scared to pour it on there unless, like I said, unless you got other plants in the area that you're worried about. But if it's in the area where you can pour it on there till the heart, till the cows come home, it does work. Now it might send roots somewhere else, but it won't come back up in that same spot. You're welcome, Barb. Hey, Fadi, how are you? That's right. I appreciate you coming in. You know, we all got lives, we all got families, we all got jobs. Well, some of us, I'm retired. But I do have a life. And let me tell you, I'm more busy now being retired than when I was when I was working. When you're working and there's extra stuff you want to do, you have to fight and find time and redo your schedule and try to get your priorities straight in order to do stuff. But when people know that you're available all the time, they want to take up all your time. They do. I'm more busy now than I ever been. I'm always doing something, going somewhere. Like my granddaughter called me. She said, "You sound like you so and so." I am. But you think I sit around at home twiddling my thumbs? I used to have a rocking chair. Somebody stole it. They took it off the porch to fix the porch, went back out to get my chair, and somebody stole it. I was so hurt. I was like, wow, okay. So I don't even have a rocking chair to rock in. All right. So I have a swing in the backyard that I can sit and swing in, but the rocking chair is gone. And I try to stay busy. I do. You know, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. I don't have time for that. I like gardening. I like reading. Y'all seen my flowers. I love my flowers. I love people. I'll be gone. And my girlfriends will we'll go to the show. We'll go to garden centers. Just go out shopping. But sometimes we'll just go hit dollar stores on different sides of town because different demographics have different stuff, which is cool. Go out to lunch, a whole lot of stuff. You can't grow potatoes and onions together because the onions will get in the potatoes' eyes and make them cry. Oh Lord. Oh, now that was cute, Serena. I like that. Yeah, it is, Mike. Yeah. Let's put it like this. Them folks ain't in the neighborhood anymore. They moved on to lockout. I like to see them still a cheer in there. But anyway. Yeah, it's all kinds of way. Quack grass. That's what I was trying to think of earlier, and it didn't come to mind then. Quack grass. Some people say that's the hardest thing for them to get rid of, and it is. I have a hard time getting my nasturtiums seeds to germinate. Do I need to soak, stratify, or both? Hmm. I don't have a problem with my nasturtiums. Do I have one sitting here? I had one sitting here. Oh, I got one sitting right here. I got one right here. A seed. I had put out. I found some pink ones that I want to try. I just stick my finger in the ground, drop it in there, pinch it, it comes up. So I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's soil is different. My soil has been improved over the many years I've been here. So my soil is pretty moist and fluffy. So I don't know your soil situation, your watering situation, whether wherever you want to plant them is the sun, because flowers like sun. They like the sun. They like the photosynthesis. Yeah, they need it. So it's Quackgrass the same as goosegrass. That I do not know. I have to look that up. I'm not sure. Oh, Sweet Thumb says somebody stole all the pears out your tree. Wow. That sucks. I hate that quackgrass. It's in my garden and I have a hard time pulling it up. Yeah, the best time to pull up weeds is after the rain. Yeah, because the ground softens up and the roots will let go of the soil and it's a lot easier to pull up most of the root. Two-legged or four-legged sweet thumb. Sound more like a two-legged. Four-legged, no, they would be full after a certain point. I said that gotta see. That's why I said two-legged. I didn't even see that yet. I knew it was. Yeah, they had to take time and pluck all of them. That's cool. That's really cool. And they're probably selling them on the street and want to sell you back your own pears. Sorry to hear that. Girl, don't you know we living in the last days? People out here crazy. Eat a peach, get a squirrel a peanut. What? Oh, it's crazy out here. I'm using the 1/3 each of compost, vermiculite, and peat moss in raised beds, keeping water regularly, and even pour compost tea in the area they were planted in last week. What are you planting? What are you referring to? What vegetable? Are you still talking about cucumbers or something? Because it might need sun, more sun. Was it me and my trained squirrels? Oh, are they related? Is who is that? The chipmunks, Alvin, Theodore, and Simon. Are they related to your trained squirrels? Yeah, seeds could be bad. Oh, nasturtiums. You don't plant them deep. When you plant, sometimes if you plant your seeds too deep, they can't fight their way up to the top, regardless of how soft and fluffy your plants are. And also, if the soil is too wet, if it's too wet, they will rot. So hold up on so much watering, make sure it's a sunny area, and don't plant them too deep. Try that. Or you can try them in cups to get them started and then transfer them to once they break, the surface in your cups. Let them get past their true leaves and then transplant them. Yeah. I try different things to see what works for me. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you're constantly planting them in the ground and they're not coming up and you think they're good seeds, try putting them in a solo cup or a styrofoam cup and plant them in a cup and see if it comes up. And then if it comes up, give them a chance to get to a certain height, like I said, after the true leaves, and then transplant them into the garden. See how that works for you. I only barely planted them below the surface and watered nightly. That's what I was saying. If you water them every single night and you don't give them a chance to dry out in between, they could rot out from too much water. Because from what you're saying about your soil, it sounds like it's soft and fluffy. You're adding vermiculite, which will definitely hold the water, and you got your peat moss and you got your compost. So check your soil first to make sure it's dry before you water them. Hold up, slow up on the watering just a little bit. Check the soil first before you water them. Okay? See if that helps. Just a suggestion. Francesca said, I think my squirrels came to visit you, brother. Mike, because I never see any around here. Well, they heard that Mike got the the buffet over there. and he added a little house and stuff for him. They got housing and stuff. So yeah, they what they said did like the Jeffersons. I said they moving on up, so they went over to Mike's house. Okay, Serena, sweetie, don't water every night. That's all I'm saying. Um, who have weeds in their yard they actually keep that they like? Because some weeds have a nice little flower to it, and they might attract bees. They might be good pollinators. Um, and some of them you can pick and make a nice little bouquet. Not all weeds are notorious. Some of them are pretty. Some of them actually have a fragrance to them, and they're not always bad. We say he can keep them. He ain't got to send them back. The weeds hide them out. Hey, Jamaica, I had my flowers in the front. My big dinner size plate hibiscus. They had a watermelon that was growing behind it. I didn't even know it was back there. I seen the vine and didn't think nothing else of it. I didn't see anything on it. So I was like, oh, it's just, it ain't nothing on it. And I went to pull a weed, and when I pulled the weed, it pulled the leaf back, and there was a watermelon there. I hurried up and covered it back. I was like, well, the deer ain't found it, the raccoons haven't found it, and no strays on the street found it. So maybe I can get it to grow to fruition. It did. It was absolutely sweet, delicious, and I kept the seeds. But I made a video, and my nephews was helping me. One, they don't like watermelon, and two, their mama said I couldn't put them on YouTube, so I didn't post the video because I didn't know how to scramble the face so you couldn't see it. I still got the video. I keep bellflowers, supposedly bad weeds. Bellflowers are pretty. I got them in blue. What is she talking about? My children love even eating parsley. Yeah, I just pulled some of that up out the crack of the sidewalk. Yeah. I also have a green stalk, and I planted strawberry seeds from botanical interest. Germination rate up to 56 days. I think I'm starting to see some germination, but I don't know what they look like. Okay, post it. Let other folks see it. If they still growing, post it. They'll let you know. I love to taste pig wheat, okra, lamb's quarters, aka wild spinach. Okay. I remember it being called lamb's quarters, but I never heard it called pig wheat or okra. Oh, aka that's not okra. That's called aka wild spinach. Okay. Nah. Hey, resilient dad, my internet son. I don't know if you heard earlier, but my dear internet daughter, Bayou Sugar, helped me figure out how to set up to get monetized, and we had to use a third device in order to get to that screen. So it says in progress, and I know in 30 days or not whether or not I got monetized. I'm partially monetized now. I didn't know it, but I hope to be fully monetized within the next 30 days. So we're gonna find out. Thank you. I found out there are more edible weeds in my garden, but they really can wreak havoc if I let them go. Yeah, well, I mean, they're just like herbs. If you don't keep herbs in pots, they will take over your yard. Like right now, I'm fighting lemon balm. I got lemon balm everywhere. I got lemon balm popping up in my neighbor's yards. They mad at me. I said I didn't plant it. It was seeds. Cheese weed. Okay. Yep, I got lemon balm popping up. Any kind of empty pot, it would pop up in there a couple of days later. I got lemon balm growing out of a broken bag of brown mulch. Lemon balm will pop up anywhere. Lemon balm, mojito, peppermint, spearmint, all those mints. They are invasive. That's why they tell you to put them in a pot. We used to put them in the pot in the ground, but you got to cover the hole over with like a piece of screening because if the roots go down in there, they'll come out 20 feet down the yard, but they'll come out. What do you call a sick vegetable or horseradish? Okay. They just eat it raw right from the garden. Yeah. I have an entire yard of lemon balm. Yeah, I got it now. I just been pulling it up. I couldn't even see what was in my yard. And it choked out my pretty. I had some lilies and what's it lilies? Yeah. Lilies and another flower. And they choked them out. Choked them out. The lemon balm and the strawberry patch in my backyard was fighting each other. I pulled up half them strawberries, half the lemon balm, and the Egyptian walking onions. I kind of neglected the backyard for a minute since I got the big garden, and everything just got overpowered. So I pulled everything up out and got rid of it. So my walking onions, I kept some. I'm gonna replant some of them around the outside of the garden, but the other stuff, the lemon balm, is just it's just too invasive. Why was the vegetable out of energy? It was beet. That's cute. Love the smell and the taste. Oh yeah, every time somebody come over to visit me, I say, "You want some lemon balm?" They're like, "Yeah." I said, "Put it in the pot." That's the first thing I say. Put it in the pot. Do that. Put it in the ground. Put it in the pot. Make you some lemon balm tea. Like right now, what I got back there now, and I have never used it before. Lemongrass. I got some lemongrass in my backyard now, about 3, 4 feet tall. Never had it ever get that big. Yep. So I was like, oh, I can make some lemongrass. And I thought about uh Nikki when she made that tea. I was like, well, I got lemon balm, I got lemongrass. I can take some leaves off my peach tree. I got the hibiscus in the front yard. I can make a tea. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Yes, yes, I got tea. Progress. Yes. I see somebody say Netta. Netta slid in here on us. Y'all see Netta in here? Netta's niece. Yep, there she go. I see it. There you go. Girl, almost passed me by. What's up? What's up? What's up, Netta, Netta, Netta? What's up? How you doing? I'm be like Wendy Williams. How you doing? I have pineapple sage and Mexican sunflower everywhere. I got pineapple sage for the second time. I had some last year, and it flowered. It had that little red flower on it. It was so cute. And then the deer came and ate it all. Yeah, we say yes, ma'am. All right. Limoncello, lemon balm looks good, smells good, tastes good. A great plant to grow. Okay. All right. I plucked some peppermint, put inside. It's growing great hydroponically. All right. I put mine in a brown paper bag. I got a brown paper bag over here right now that I had from last year that I forgot. I put sage in it. And all I gotta do is take it and rub it between my two hands into a bottle and put a cap on it. And I got fresh sage. Well, I got good sage. I didn't know you could do that, Mike. I can pluck some peppermint, put inside. It's growing great hydroponically. So you can start plants hydroponically and put them in your garden. And then you can turn around and take pieces of it and put it back in the hydroponics and keep it going. Now that's what I call gardening. My peppermint died. Any idea why? Ooh, No, I don't have a clue on that one because it's hard to kill herbs. I thought my peppermint and my spearmint was dead, or it didn't made a comeback with a vengeance. So I have no idea. Girl, start posting your stuff. Let other folks see it. Do a short on it. Let folks know. Because just saying that it died, we have no idea why. We don't know what your conditions are. We don't know if it's in an area that gets enough sun or the soil type or whether it's being watered too much. It's a lot of variables in regards to why your peppermint died. It's hard to kill mints. So you're gonna have to be a little more specific. I like to say how you growing. I hear you, Netta. Yes. Tough question, Serena. We would need info. That's what I'm saying. Got to be a little more, give a little more detail. I thought mint wasn't meant to die. Oh Lord, she got us, y'all. Ah, she got us. Oh, but it still would have been the same answer. Ah, if you really had mint that peppermint that died. Yeah, anytime you put a question in here about why something died, you definitely gonna have to itemize everything you have done in your power to get it to grow for us to give you any type of close answer into regards what you might be lacking in order to get that plant to grow. I'm shocked my peppermint survived my sub-zero winter. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to kill peppermint or mint of any kind. Like I said, the lemon balm that took over my yard this year, my sage is doing real good. My rosemary is trying to make a comeback. So it's some things in my yard that I didn't think was gonna make it, and it's doing surprisingly well. So I hope I don't screw it up. But this constant change in the weather, it's hard to say. It was growing in a garden anywhere box, then died and grass took over. I had it growing in another raised bed, but it died too. No idea. I don't know if he had enough root on the end of the plant so that it could survive the transplant shock or what. Hmm. Yeah, grass will kill it, just like weeds will. Weeds will outgrow your plants. And if you don't pull some of them up, they will suck all of the life out of your plants. They will take all the nutrients out of the soil, and your plant will suffer to the point where it will stress itself out trying to survive and will die. And the raised bed doesn't have grass growing in it. Hmm. Need to take some pictures because, like I said, it could be a plethora of answers to why this, that, and the third is not working for you. We had a mint plant that was neglected for 10 years. I managed to kill it by trying to take care of it. Yeah, and that can be true. Sometimes some things is just best left alone. Like nature been taking care of itself long before we came around. The Garden of Eden was built before mankind was created. So yeah, sometimes we can baby stuff to the point where, as it said, I'm tired of you babying me and will die just to get away from you. So yeah, some things are just meant to be left alone. Yeah, when you think that it needs this, that, and the third, because some plants, some people have over fertilized plants, thinking that the plant need this, that, and the other, overwatered them. Just they say straight up baby them, and then they find out after all of that they still died. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Leave it alone. We need nature. Nature don't need us. If it's, like my mama used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's been doing all that by itself for 10 years and you decided that you could do a better job, that's why I died. Because you couldn't do a better job. Mm. Yep. Yeah, we think we know everything, and really we don't know anything. We try it all. We have some successes, and then some are failures. And you hope that you learn from your failures not to repeat them again. Like you said, once you plant it, leave it alone. As the kids say, you're doing too much. I think I saw peppermint stalk growing out of a cedar block hole. We'll look later. Mm-hmm. Yep, it ain't dead. It just found a new location. Yep. Yeah, some plants will send down roots deep enough that they can get their own water and own nutrients. Just like who is that Broke and Stacy and a few other folks said, the first year or two they might pamper a tree, but that third year is on its own. By that time, it should have established itself, the root system, to go down and find its own source of water and nutrients. And that's pretty much what you do with all your plants. You might water them early in the morning. You might not water them again that night because you feel that they got sufficiently what they need to thrive. So it's according on how you plant stuff is according on how they're going to survive. That's how my lavender has been growing. Don't ever look at it unless you're chopping on it. Let me tell you something. Now, I told you, I've been here renting for the last going on 26 years. The front yard, I have never watered after the first year. The first year when I moved here, there was nothing here but the green evergreen hedges. And I had to get a friend with a truck and a chain to yank them out because the roots went to China. Everything that's out there in their yard right now, I bought and paid for out of my pocket because my landlady said I could do whatever I want with the yard. That tree, that huge Japanese maple in the front yard, it was 4 inches tall when I got it. It's over almost 40 feet tall now, and they told me it was a dwarf. They lied. But anyway, after the first year I planted everything out there, I just kept adding 2 feet of mulch around everything every year, like clockwork. This is the first year I hadn't had to add any mulch. You could pull the mulch back and feel the moisture and see the wetness underneath it. So if stuff wilt in the yard during the day, that is called respiration. It just wilts to conserve energy. At night, when it got cooler, they perk right back up. I don't water anything. I wasn't running up this lady's water bill. And she appreciates that. And that's why I came in with the rain barrels and the kiddie pools and all the other stuff. But once I plant stuff out here, it's on its own. I don't do nothing to it. The garden will suffer because it needs constant watering. But this front yard is on its own. It's all perennials. They come back every year on their own. Exactly. My yard looks overgrown, but found out the uses for what has been given to me. It's working. Yeah. My garden showed me this year that it knows how to prepare itself for hurricanes better than I can. Of course. I have a leisure pepper plant and rosemary plant growing in the same self-watering container. Will water requirements make it difficult for one or the other to survive? If it's in a self-watering container, all you do is add water and it will only absorb what it needs until it's dry. So I would say no to that. You said, will water requirement make it difficult for one or the other to survive? I would say no, because like you said, it's in a self-watering container. So as long as the reservoir is full, The plant's only going to uptake what it needs. So unless it's extreme hot weather where it needs more than the usual amount, I would say the requirements are the same because it's not going to take up more than what it needs. M&T living it. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Oh, if I'm staying corrected, I got 2 more minutes. Even though I started late, I appreciate you people so much for coming in this evening and sticking with me. It was a pleasure. Y'all always make my week. If I have a rough week, y'all are that light at the end of the tunnel. And I really appreciate it. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. I love your comments. I love your participation. I love how you communicate with one another, how you try to help each other out, how you tell us a little bit sometimes personally about yourself that we might not have known, but we do now. And I appreciate how if even if you can't stay in the chat and you pop out the bushes and say hello and then pop back, it's good to go. And I appreciate that so much. I thank my moderators for coming in here and helping me out. And I just thank you all for the love that you show to me. Um, hey, J3GS, what's up, farm? Thank you for stopping in. I'm getting ready to roll out of here in about 2 minutes. Oop, it's 9 o'clock here on my phone. And I appreciate you all coming in. Hey, TLC, I see you slid in. We was talking earlier. So thank you for making it in here. I appreciate you all. I'ma see y'all in these YouTube streets because today is just Thursday. And thank you, everyone. You all showed me that you love me just a little bit. Y'all stuck with me, and I really appreciate you guys. Please come back again. See me next Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. As I always say, enjoy your day. Y'all come back now. You hear?